Hong Kong. It's my birthplace. It's a world-class metropolitan city where East meets West. And what else? Of course, it's the capital of #food porn. Your girl Vikkipedia is on a mission. For today's video, I've purposely travelled 9,134 kilometres to show you some of my favourite cheap eats in Hong Kong, as well as for my cousin's wedding. But hey, girls gotta eat between family gatherings, which probably involves more eating, right? Let's go. Number 1. Wonton Noodle Soup. The only way to describe Wonton Noodle Soup is that it's a little bowl of joy. The hearty dried fish broth boiled for hours and hours to go with the springy noodles and the little meat parcels. Max wontons weren't massive, but they were so tasty. The pastry was thin and light, and there's no pork in the filling, just prawns. Pretty bougie, right? What I regret doing is that I should have just stuck to the traditional way and ordered the egg noodles instead of the rice noodles. I think the rice noodles soaked up the broth a little bit too fast. Anyway, the wrong noodle situation didn't stop me from finishing, everything. Number 2. Egg waffles. These are my absolute childhood favourites. You can go for some fancy pants flavours like chocolate, sesame and taro, but I highly recommend just trying the OG original one. Crunchy on the outside and soft and spongy on the inside. Ugh, the inner 8-year-old Vikki is screaming in bliss right now. Number 3. Street food skewers. You know how sometimes you're stuck with one meal because the portion is a little bit too big? Well, skewers are the best way to try a bit of everything if you're greedy like me. My personal faves are curry fish balls. No, not that kind of balls. It's just a meatball made out of fish. Siu mai, or siu mai if you can't say it in Cantonese. And squid with satay sauce. If you're game enough, you can try pig intestines, some gizzards, and some funky stuff. Not for me though. Number 4. Tofu pudding. This is probably the most wholesome dessert in the world. The soybean custard is submerged in a light sugarcane syrup. It's got the silky consistency that makes it sort of like a Chinese version of panna cotta. You can choose to eat it hot or cold. It's like the ultimate comfort food. And it's so cheap, so I totally won't judge if you go back for seconds, or thirds even. Okay, maybe fourths are a little bit OTT. Number 5. Beef brisket noodles. This is hands down the best beef brisket noodles I've ever had. Make sure you allow a bit of time if you're grabbing lunch at Gaogay or Kao Ki. It's always busy and there's always a queue, but honestly, trust me, it's worth the wait. I'd suggest to check out the menu before you order because these guys don't muck around. The staff pretty much ask you what you want as soon as you sit down. Just look past the mediocre customer service and also the confined space where you almost elbow to elbow with the person next to you, and you'll be enjoying a bowl of beautiful beef brisket noodle soup. The broth is so hearty and full of flavour. The beef brisket has just the right amount of fat to make it melt in your mouth, but doesn't make the soup too oily. My recommendation is to go for the ifu noodles instead of the usual egg noodles. I reckon the firmness of this noodle makes it kind of al dente like a pasta, and the thickness makes the flavour of the broth stick to the noodle itself. Make sure you get yourself a cold Hong Kong style lemon tea to go with the noodles, and I swear you won't regret it. This place is legit 10 out of 10. Okay, before I wrap this up, let's slot in a pretty controversial cheap eat to try. Bonus round. McDonald's. You must be thinking, Vikki, you got to be kidding me. Why should we even bother going to Macca's? We're all the way here in Hong Kong. We've got Macca's at home. Okay, hold on a minute. Listen to me. McDonald's in Hong Kong has an extensive menu that specifically caters to the Asian market, which means there's a lot there to try. When I was there, I had an iced lemon tea as well as my all-time favourite, nuggets. To live my #nug life to the fullest, I had to try these limited edition sauces.
Korean, miso, honey mustard, and Japanese sweet curry. Let's try it.
Well, they change out the flavours all the time, so you might end up with something else.
Okay, so after trying all 4 sauces, I've got the winner. And the winner is sesame miso sauce. Yay!
Make sure you give Macca's a visit if you're in Hong Kong, because you'll probably try things you can't get back at home. So, are you hungry yet? This is just the beginning. If you want to see more yummy food, more shopping, more interesting activities, and more of my beautiful place of birth, make sure you tune in to watch my full Hong Kong vlog. Coming soon, I promise. Peace out.